Okay, you guys. Vlog style video, I want to show you through some of my favorite skincare as well as favorite makeup. I'm so pale right now because we've been in lockdown in Sydney for now like a month and a half. We've got another 4 weeks of lockdown scheduled for Sydney. So I want to do some videos just around the house showing you through some of my favorite products, but none of it's sponsored, just stuff that I've been using literally for the last few months. I want to show you my morning skincare now, and then I'll talk you through the night products that I've been using. I'm almost finished this one. It's from SkinCeuticals. It's a hydrating B5 gel, and knowing this camera, nothing's going to focus, but it looks like this. I just take a serum first thing after I've washed my face, which I'll show you my cleanser as well. To be honest, I feel like I haven't nailed my morning skincare. I want to find a good vitamin C serum, but all of them break me out. Like, I just used one. As always, still just my Moisture Surge. It's just the moisturizer that I always use in the mornings because it's really nice consistency, lightweight. The sunscreen I always use is my ultraviolet Queen Screen SPF 50, 2 syringes of that, because I've started using a lot more actives in my nighttime skincare routine. So I like to make sure that during the day my skin is super protected. I can't believe how pale I am. This is my skin cleanser that I've been using. It's from Sunday Riley. It's the ceramic slip cleanser with French green clay and rice oil. It cleans the skin beautifully. I'm just going to take my Laneige lip sleeping mask just to prep my lips before I do my makeup. But in terms of nighttime skincare, a little bit of a mixture. On some nights I'll start with my Drunk Elephant Glycolic Night Serum. This is sort of every second night. So with this as a combination on one night, second rotation I will use my Lunar Night Sleeping Oil from Sunday Riley with the Good Genes all-in-one lactic acid treatment over the top of that. And then I'll also put the Laneige, I'm probably pronouncing that really wrong, Laneige sleeping mask as well. So I do this every night because it's just a really beautiful, rich moisturizer. And I feel like when I have the active sort of serums underneath it, this really like calms my skin. I always put an eye gel or eye cream on at night time. So I use the Biossance one for that. These two products, if I could recommend anything for a nighttime skincare routine, it would be these two. I feel like these two have been really game changing in my skincare. This is the Glycolic Night Serum, and this one's the all-in-one acid treatment, lactic acid treatment. These two, I feel like when I started using them, really transformed my skin. I also sometimes, if I'm just feeling extra fancy, will use my fresh kombucha essence before my morning routine. I'll just pat that into my skin before I apply my serums. Oh, you know what I have been using but I ran out of? The niacinamide by The Ordinary. That's what I usually use as well during the day in the mornings. I'll use the B gel or the niacinamide. For the morning skincare, if I could recommend one serum, this one was good. I don't really notice anything, but the niacinamide from The Ordinary is what I would recommend for the daytime skincare routine. But anyway, I want to show you some of my favorite makeup products too. Welcome to my bedroom. I just got a new bed head. I'm wearing my 1 Mile denim jacket and the Florence singlet from 1 Mile and all 1 Mile studio jewelry. I've got some really cute new rings, like lots of different shapes and textures coming in the next like few weeks or month-ish. So lots of really fun little bits and pieces coming for 1 Mile studio. And this denim jacket just launched as well, which I love. Love, 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 love. A big oversized vintage jacket. So for a bit of a glow, I'm going to start with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. It's not really foundation. I think it's kind of like a skin perfector. Doesn't really give you coverage, it just makes your skin look gorgeous. These are just the products. Because I've been in lockdown, like I said, I haven't been wearing too much makeup, but obviously I still every day have meetings via Zoom. I have to film content still. Obviously I still have to get myself ready. I don't know if it's just me, but I like to make myself feel good, whether that be wash my hair, put a bit of fake tan on, just to make myself feel a bit normal, because it certainly doesn't feel normal right now. My rotations in lockdown for foundation have been my Clinique Even Better Clinical foundation. This honestly just makes your skin look so bloody beautiful. It is just one of the most beautiful foundations. And more on an everyday basis, when I just want a hint of color but no coverage, this Morphe Hint Skin Tint, it's filthy, is so great. So it just gives me a full wash of color over my face. It slips off my face like no tomorrow, so it definitely doesn't last. But for today, I'm going to use my Clinical. This is definitely my favorite Clinique foundation. And if I'm going full coverage, I still don't go past the Too Faced Born This Way. Yeah, this is obviously so much more tanned than my skin, but it's because I do have a little fake tan on. I've been filming some content for some of my fave brands, which is good. I'm really lucky in this lockdown that I've still got a few collaborations. I am counting my blessings. Although there are so many major life changes happening for so many people at times, like honestly, I've just never felt weirder. I've honestly never felt like life is just so different. So many things in my life have changed in the last few months. Moved houses, moved offices. We can't even go into the office anymore. My team changed on 1 mile. I went through a breakup, which I don't really want to get into in this video. I don't really want to address it, but it's kind of insane, really. So many life changes. I feel like a completely different human. Like, I feel happy. I'm still happy. I just put on a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using the not the Mario, I'm using the Ariel sponge as well. He has a collaboration with Morphe and his brushes, and this is the sponge. That's sort of why I've been a little MIA on YouTube, to be honest. I have had massive anxiety about getting back on social media and talking about everything, and slash I've just been hustling with 1 mile and distracting myself with that sort of side of my job. So I've definitely neglected you guys, but to be honest, I feel like I really needed it. I think the pressures of social media can become so great that it's pretty overwhelming, and it's really hard to process things in your personal life if you're sort of talking about it online. Everyone handles things differently and goes through their own emotions, and I was definitely going through a big wave, a big wave. Now this product is the one that I really want to talk about because, oh my god, it's so beautiful as a cream bronzer. So Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer. I used to use this concealer all the time. This in Mocha. Oh my god. It is flawless. It's pretty pigmented, so you really don't need very much at all. But it's this color on me mixed with my foundation, it's the most beautiful bronzer. So I always lift it from the corner of my ear to try to sort of work the bronzer up my face so it lifts my face. But how pretty is that color? It's so gorgeous. And because it's a concealer as well, it's sort of adding coverage at the same time. I find sometimes when I do use cream bronzers, especially if I draw it on, you have to be really careful because it can sort of mess your foundation up. But this one doesn't at all because you just blend it in with the same sponge that you used for your foundation, and it just adds that extra dimension to the skin, especially when because I used 1 pump of foundation too. I was using a really sheer amount. Do we like my bed head? While I'm here, it's been great because I've been able to really unpack everything and put everything in a place, and everything has a home, which is really nice. I think in my last place, because it was such an old house, there was no cupboards and drawers and things, so stuff was just in the most random places. And plus I knew it wasn't mine, like it was just a rental, so I've really taken the time to make this place a home, which has been nice. And so because I am here so often, I can sort of see what I want to put in places too. So I've been pretty slow to buy things for this house just so that I have time to be here. But even like I just ripped up my carpet. Like this was carpeted in here and I hated the carpet, and this guy was peeing all over it and I couldn't stop him, and I don't know why he was doing it, so I decided to rip it up. I'm still using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I feel like there's just no other powder that works as well, and I just push it into my under eyes. If I'm being honest, the bronzer that I still use and haven't stopped using is still just my MAC Give Me Sun. This is just, I feel like honestly it's just the best bronzer you can get. If you're looking to invest in a bronzer, I would suggest getting that one. I also love this Fenty one, and it's in Private Island, and I'm just going to create a little more depth and definition on my face. And then just with the same bronzer, I'm going to take, this is one of the Makeup by Ariel brushes, and I just put it right in here under my brow, and then I just push it up my temple here. So I kind of don't even really do my crease anymore. I pop the bronzer in here and up here, and I feel like that just lifts the eye a little bit more. So it's not really a transition shade anymore, it's more just a contour of the eye really. So this blush is so bloody beautiful. It's the Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusion. Looks like this, and it's in the shade Bellini. Oh my god. It's the most perfect peach blush. And I always, as always, still just kind of put it there on the side of my nose for a really sun-kissed look. And I sort of bring it up into my crease here too. So sort of go almost like a C here. And I always as well place it right on the ridge of my nose. Not near my tip though, because you want to just put it on the ridge right at the top of the nose, so that it's like right where the sun would hit your nose. As soon as you come too low, you're just drawing attention to this part of your nose, and then you just kind of sweep it down. I'm just opening up another 24-hour brow setter because I've just finished mine. I use this honestly for everything. I use this when I slick my hair back to slick down flyaways. This stuff, I haven't found anything better than it because it just sets them down so well. So for highlighter, I stopped using highlighter for ages, and now that I just want my skin to look quite healthy, I've just started using it again. But I feel like the key with highlighters is that I always need to use a setting spray just to melt it into my skin. Otherwise it tends to just look really powdery on my skin. So I'm using the Becca Champagne Pop one again, and I just use it at the very tip of my cheek here, and I don't use too much. And I always run it down the bridge of my nose, and possibly just a little above the eyebrow and on the eyebrow bone. For the best dewy makeup spray that I still am just ride or die for, the MAC Fix Plus in Magic Radiance. It, to be honest, makes your skin a little oily. It just melts my makeup in like nothing else. Cover your hair too, because it'll make your hair oily. Still a bit wet, but it just, see how that highlighter went from powdery to just instantly like melted. So I have my vlogging camera here that I'm working off right now, and usually I would film my makeup tutorials on my big one, and I have that beautiful big camera and it's in the office. I have been obsessed with this mascara in lockdown because since I've stopped doing eyelash extensions, I really hated that I'd always have black panda eyes, and this one is amazing because it lengthens and separates your lashes so well, but then when it's in warm water it tubes off, and it genuinely just, all you have to do is just lightly go over your eyelashes like this, and it literally just falls apart in your hands, and then it leaves no panda eyes whatsoever. Honestly, it's my biggest pet peeve. It always makes me look so tired, and I've got droopy eyes in general, so I don't need any help in that department. But the best part about it is that it's got this tiny little mascara wand, and you really can just get in there. Here's me just not good with this lighting. Hopefully that is fine. So because I've been doing heaps of online shopping, I bought myself KKW Beauty lip liners and lip glosses, and I love them. This one is in the shade Nude 2. Well, this isn't the shade that I usually use, but we'll go with it. I'll show you the shade I usually use. The one I have been using is the Nude 1.5, so it's the shade just a little lighter. I'll fill the rest of my lips in with this one. This is the shade Nude 2.5 as well. This is a gloss, and it's quite nude, so I just put... I'm just going to take you guys here because the lighting's just changed and it's looking awful. So obviously, because that facial spray makes us so glowy, I then just take a little bit of my Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. This one's from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is definitely a foundation you want to have a powder with you, or like blotting stuff, because it can get because it's got the hyaluronic acid in it, can keep your skin really hydrated. You don't want to look too oily. And this one is just the most beautiful finish. just finishes the makeup look off so well. It makes you look really flawless in the places that you want to look airbrushed. Lighting change and location change again. Sorry, I'm chasing the afternoon sunshine trying to film this video, so you'll have to bear with me. So let's go for a little bit more of a natural lip. So this one's the lip liner in 1.5. Which is the most perfect nude shade. I'm obsessed with this one. This is the one that I wanted to use. And I have this Dior Lip Balm in shade 001 or 002, I think it's 001. And that on the inside of this gives you like a tiny little bit of a pink tinge. It is so beautiful and natural, and it's just like a nice balm over your lips. So that's what I was trying to find, but I couldn't find it anywhere. This Maybelline Lip Gloss, it's like Lifter Gloss, and it's in the shade 007 Amber. And it's got hyaluronic acid in it as well, super hydrating and feels really great on the lips, but it's such a pretty color. So I've been wearing that a little bit too because it's like a really nice, it's actually quite creamy. This is my little bedroom balcony. Hopefully you can see my skin. Really natural, glowy. I also really want to film how I do this hair because I've sort of started playing around with how to work with my layers. So let me know if you want to see a hair tutorial on how I did this. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for your endless support as always. And I will see you soon in another video. Bye.